Hey guys, what's up? It's Teacher Josh and Teacher Evan here, and we are so excited because today we are going to be taking part in the first ever virtual vacation Bible school. Teacher Evan, aren't you excited?
We're all excited to do this. Guys, we're going to focus on God's creation all this week. We created this whole cool laboratory for you guys to do so, and it's going to help us take a closer look.
And you know what? In the bags you guys picked up on Sunday, there are crafts, there's snacks. Today and this week we're going to be doing worship, and we all got this cool pair of sunglasses.
Wait, sunglasses? I didn't get sunglasses.
You know what? I knew you were going to forget those, so
what?
I got you a pair.
Wow, thank you, man.
Hey,
now we're...
Did you hear that?
What? It's only us in here.
Oh, you're right, okay. Well, where were we? Oh, worship and the sunglasses, the bag. I'm so excited. This week's gonna just be a whole...
Wait, did you forget to lock the doors?
You were supposed to lock the doors.
No, last night you were gonna lock the doors.
Excuse me! Just one moment, please. This will have to do. I am afraid it's not perfect for my needs, but I am afraid this laboratory will be adequate, I suppose. Do you have an electron microscope maybe? That I see you've got the small my regular microscope, but do you have the electron? Yes?
No.
Or how about the particle accelerator? Did you have? This is something that I would need for my experiment.
Sir, can you explain who you are?
Yeah, who are you?
You do not know who I am? No! I am the world famous Professor Lugnut. Now, you've surely heard of me, yes?
No.
Yeah, I think that one time no.
NASA. You've heard of NASA, yes?
NASA,
the National Aerospace Association, yes?
Something like that.
NASA has issued what is called the Triple T Challenge. Now, the Triple T Challenge, you know this?
Uh-huh.
No.
The Triple T Challenge stands for transportation, teleportation, and transformation. Now, this challenge, the winner, whoever accomplishes this, all three, the winner will get $305,000. Do you know how many experiments I could fund with $305,000?
No, but you know how much in and out we can get? We could get burgers, fries, milkshakes.
That would be fun.
You Americans always think with your stomachs. I'm talking about the mind. I'm talking about science. And we need, for these scientific experiments, I need a first-class, state-of-the-art laboratory.
Well, I think he's kind of confused. You want to explain him what we're actually doing here?
This isn't a real laboratory.
No.
This microscope, I don't know if that's gonna work.
I see you've got the carbon datoring machine. You got the magnification devices.
No.
Test tubes.
We're using this stuff not for real science.
It's kind of like it's our stage. We're doing a vacation Bible school.
Tell me this vacation Bible school. What kind of experiment is that? I'm not familiar.
It's not an experiment. What we're doing is we're going to teach these kids how to take a closer look at God's creation. And today we're actually teaching them to focus on the things they can see. Earlier, you kind of freaked out and you're like, you don't have this, you don't have this. You said some big words that we didn't understand, but you need to focus on the things you can see. We have test tubes, we have a microscope, we have magnifying glass, so we have some things here.
I think where you're getting lost, I think you're doing real science here. Focusing on the creation. Yeah, this week we're focusing on the creator.
Yeah. But this creator focus is, how does that work with my scientific Triple T challenge? I don't know. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, maybe throughout this week, like today you learned to focus on the things we can see. We'll teach you some things about our creator, and I guess in return, we'll let you use our laboratory, and you know what, it'd even be fun to do some experiments with you.
Yeah, maybe you can help us out with some of this science.
I think I follow your line of thought here. You're saying that maybe I don't have the perfect laboratory because the laboratory that I was using, state of the art, but experiment went wrong and it's no more. It's gone.
It just disappeared?
So
maybe it transformed.
I don't know.
Or teleported.
It's a long story, but the point is no more. It was once here, no more. So I now have your laboratory, and if you will allow me this week just to use your laboratory and your fine instruments that you do have, maybe if I can change my focus, like you say, from what I don't have to what I do have. And we could accomplish the Triple T Challenge and win $305,000.
You think we could split that money?
You can do your experiments, we'll get in and out.
I tell you what, I knew no split the money. I am the world famous Professor Lugnut.
Whoa, we are the world's famous extreme teacher.
What's that? No, wait, no split. Maybe I do.
It is our laboratory.
How about I give you each $100?
200.
And I make you official assistants.
Wait,
Whoa.
you know what?
Professor Lugnut.
Wait. Do we get a coat like this?
Okay, I suppose you may
Like a real scientist.
Like,
have a coat, but you're only a scientist when you're directly working with me.
Okay.
No scientific experiments on your own. Not at this point, okay?
No.
We understand? All right, let me get your coats.
We get coats.
Here you go. One for you.
Ooh.
And one for you. And you can now be Professor Lugnut's assistants. And
Yeah!
together, we'll solve some of the mysteries of science. And who knows, maybe you can teach me a little bit about this creator that I know so little of.
I think we have a deal. As long as this laboratory, our laboratory,
Doesn't end up like his last
like
laboratory.
the old laboratory you're talking about.
Promise you have my word, I will do my best to make sure your laboratory stays here. Yes?
Okay, doing your best is okay.
All right?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
we have a deal. And children, you must come along with us because we are going to be in front of you every day this week doing our experiments. So you come along for the ride, and I promise you will learn something about science.
Well,
I think they're gonna learn a lot more.
They're
too.
gonna learn a lot this week. And you know what? Now that we're specific, like scientists and all this, we have some backstage like microscopes, I think more test tubes and other things like that that you might be able to use.
Could you show me where these are? I would like to see them.
Yeah, we can go show them. Let's go.
What's up, Valley kids? It's another wonderful year of Vacation Bible School. It may look a little different because we're virtual, but the message stays the same. This year we are learning to focus and looking at what truly matters. See, to me, what truly matters is keeping my eyes on God. Because as I read through the Bible, there's so many people that find themselves in crazy situations. So I just had the thought for you guys, what if we were in crazy situations? What if you just got randomly dropped off in Africa and there's nothing but these big, mean lions behind you? See, what we're gonna be learning this week is that it's important to stay focused. If you focus on what's in front of you, you don't have to worry about what's going on behind you. See, I'm being told that there's some crazy stuff behind me right now, but I'm too busy looking at you guys. What if you get thrown into the middle of a storm? See, I could go crazy right now because I don't know what's going on behind me. But I'm staying focused and I'm looking right at you guys. And that's what we're supposed to do with our lives. No matter how crazy it gets around us, we stay focused on God because we know He's here and we know He's real and we know He is with us. So I want you guys to take this wild ride of Vacation Bible School and make sure you have some fun with it right from your home where you're at. There's only one way to start this thing, and that's with worship. So I want you guys to stand on up right where you're at and get ready to praise our God. We'll see you soon.
This is my faith, this is my focus, all of my days. I know where my hope is, I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only all of my days. I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud. I shout the chorus because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my all. You are my all. You are my all. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! You ready? Come on, let's go. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, oh. Anywhere. I fix my eyes on you, you. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, I fix my eyes on you, and keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my all. You are my all. You are my all. I fix my eyes on you.
Whoa, this is amazing! Can you see that? Oh, hey there. My name's Kellen, and that was my eyeball. Let's do it one more time. Woo! Woohoo! Ah, cool, right? Well, God gave us eyes to see, and they're pretty impressive. The eye muscles are the fastest in the body, and while the eye is only an inch across and weighs less than a slice of bread, it has over 2 million working parts and can see millions of colors. Incredible, right? Our Bible story today is from the book of Romans and was written by a guy named the Apostle Paul. Now, Paul was not one of the original 12 disciples of Jesus, but he had a pretty amazing encounter with Jesus that changed his life. So amazing that Paul ended up writing several books in the New Testament, more than any other person. And so in Romans, Paul writes this: "Ever since the world was created, it has been possible to see the qualities of God that are not seen. I'm talking about his eternal power and about the fact he is God. Those things can be seen in what he has made, so people have no excuse for what they do." So what is Paul saying? He's saying, look around. Look at this incredible world. See the incredible things in nature. The ocean, the mountains, how intricate a beautiful and single flower is. Why are these things here? Well, Paul's saying it points to a God who created them. But God's creation doesn't just include nature. Look at your friends and your family, the people that you love and that love you. Where does that love come from? It comes from how you were created. And that fact also points to a God who loves us. Paul is simply saying, stop and take a closer look. And when you do, you'll see the evidence of a God who loves you and loves the world. If we really look for it, we'll be able to see the amazing things about God and the amazing things God is doing in our world. But here's something else I want to look at today. Even though Paul wrote this with only being able to use his eyes, today we're also going to use some tools to help us see things our eyes by themselves can't see. Let's take this telescope for example. Our eyes can only see so far, but when we look through a telescope and bring it into focus, we can see things further out in space. And some scientists have even used bigger and more powerful telescopes to see further and further into space. And here's the thing about space. It's huge. Let me show you what I've been able to see. So, here's us. But here we are in our solar system. Yep. You see that tiny little blue dot? That's us. So, that's our solar system. But our solar system is a tiny, tiny thing in our galaxy, the Milky Way. Now, where are we in our galaxy? You gotta figure we're right in the middle, right? Nope. Our solar system, all 8 of our planets in the sun, is like a speck of sand right here. And you're thinking, well, that's gotta be it, right? The galaxy's huge, so huge that I can't even wrap my head around it. But do you know how many more massive galaxies there are in the universe? Maybe a handful? Scientists now believe there are 2 trillion galaxies. When we look up at the stars, it lets us see the traits of a God who is bigger than our imagination. So, now that you and I are maybe feeling a little small, let me show you something else. I have a microscope here, and with super high-powered microscopes, we can see incredible detail of the smallest things. Our body is made up of all kinds of cells and some of the smallest things that can do incredible work that help us walk and talk, eat and think, digest our food, run around, climb trees, and each of those cells has its own job. Here, take a look at this. All right, let's bring this into focus. All right, there we go. What do you guys think those are? I'll give you a hint. Everyone take a deep breath right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Those things are called alveoli. Our lungs are made up of tiny air sacs that take oxygen in and carbon dioxide out with every breath. Look how incredible they are. Do you know how many of them are in your lungs? Hundreds of millions. Every breath while you're running in gym class and every breath while you're sleeping. When you take a closer look with a microscope, we can see that even the smallest part of us is created with such detail and care. Our God is so vast, it's mind-boggling. But He also cares about the smallest thing inside each of you. But what else can we see in creation that points us to a God we can't see? Well, we read in Genesis in the creation story that humans were a part of creation. And it says that we were all created in the image of God. That includes me, and that includes you. That means a lot of things, but I think it means that since we were created in God's image, we too can point to God. I'll give you an example. If I saw a building on fire, that would be pretty scary, right? But do you know what else I could see if I took out this pair of binoculars? Whoa, I'd see people. I'd see the firefighters running to put out the fire. Maybe even going inside to save people. When we see people loving others more than themselves, it points to a God who created us to do some pretty amazing things. When we really focus, we have so many things around us that we can see and observe. And even though we can't physically see God, the things we can see point to a God that is here right now working in our lives. As we learn more and more about this world that God has created for us, we can be excited about how much care God gave the world. And that's a reminder that God loves me and God loves you. And that's some pretty good news. Well, I'll see you next time as we take a closer look.
Hey,
Whoa!
Evan, what are you doing?
You scared me. You almost made me spill all of it.
I'm glad because Professor Lugnut said we couldn't do any experiments without him.
But we're his assistants now.
Okay, we're not real scientists, one, and yet these are cool. We're not experienced scientists like Professor Lugnut said.
I kind of feel like it, and I'm in the science mood. You know, all today we were learning about creation, and I just got excited to do science.
No, I get that. It's so cool. We're in a science laboratory. We have lab coats, but we're not scientists. We're just in the NASA Triple T contest, which is pretty cool, but that doesn't make us anything real scientists.
Yeah, I guess what we're learning about, what we're focusing on, is a little bit more about the Creator.
Yeah.
So we're learning about God, and we learned about that with the Bible story.
Exactly.
So I guess
why don't take that off, match my focus shirt, and we can focus on telling these kids how we felt about the day. Today's been kind of crazy, but super fun. We met a guy named Professor Lugnut who now has adopted us as his scientist. So that's pretty cool.
I feel like a scientist now, and we did some awesome worship.
Oh,
Good job.
yes, yeah. That's been my favorite theme song ever. It's so fun.
Yep, and you know what? The Bible story I want to talk about, we learned in Romans 1:20, that was an awesome Bible verse, how creation points to God, points to the existence of God. Everything that we focus on in creation is just evidence that God is real. God exists. He's in our lives. He has this big plan, and the tiny little small things that we can see, and the big things that we can see with a telescope.
Yeah.
And wow, is that cool? It's science, guys, but it points to God who's just so cool. He's there for us. He's in our lives. He's all around us. All we gotta do is focus in.
Yeah, and you said we can see the small things with a microscope and the big things with a telescope, but we can also see the things between us and all our friends because we are God's creations too, and there's small details in me, you, and all our friends at home, so I think it's really fun, but there's also something we have to do with them. Did you forget?
I think we have like a main point.
Yes.
That I'm forgetting. Can you teach me what that is?
Oh, wait, where are your sunglasses?
Do I need something?
You need some sunglasses.
Hurry. Sunglasses, okay, 1 second. Oh, here they are.
Cool, you have your sunglasses. So now, the bottom line is focus on the things you can see. So you're gonna do focus on the things you can see. You're gonna flick it down on can.
That's really cool.
Do you think you can do it with me together on the count of 3?
No doubt.
All right, kids, try it with us. So in 3, 2, 1. Focus on the things you can see. I think we got it, and I think they got it too. And now that we have our sunglasses and our backpacks, our challenge for today is go in and send us a picture of you wearing these awesome sunglasses with a backpack. You know what? I'm super excited. I'm in the mood. Evan, take some pictures of me. Well, if you think you can top those pictures, make sure you send us a picture to melanie@vbf.org or even send us a message on Facebook or our Instagram. But for today, that's pretty much it for our Vacation Bible School.
Yeah, well, I think we have some more stuff to do. I think...
Oh, yeah.
Professor Lugnut gave us an assignment.
I forgot about that, and we haven't even started.
Well, I was trying to do a little experiment. It wasn't what he told us to do, but...
Not at all.
But he needs some help, and we gotta go help him out.
So, kids, we'll see you tomorrow, and make sure you guys stay tuned. Bye!
See ya!